She's being a good house guest. She's like, I will be wherever something's happening. All right, we are here at, I don't know what you want to call it. Farm. What do you call it here?
This looks familiar.
That's the Lennox.
Your mother's Lennox.
Baltimore HQ. That's it? That's not very creative.
We don't have a name for it.
For the forest you've created? No name? Pinot Grigio is now rosé tonight.
Yeah. Well
Oh, and Skippy's got his place.
Oh, it is not. In all the...
Oh, we have two now, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can show we're watering. We're touring the grounds here. What did you call it?
Doesn't have a name.
Oh, you got to come up with a name.
That's the Baltimore.
What are we calling it? We got to come up with a name for this place. Okay, go ahead. The hornbeam, mussel something?
Muscle wood.
Okay. Belle, get out of there. What is over there?
There's probably mice wiggling on the trail.
Belle, leave it. Leave it. We're walking in the country. Come on, Skippy.
This is a northern pecan.
Oh, northern pecan here.
I planted.
Do you make pie?
We haven't. This year the nut crop actually was, it's not great, but it was decent.
You can make a little tart.
You need the tree shaker. Well, that was one. Somebody already got it.
Oh. Now, what are you eating?
She's on the nose. I used the leftover deck lumber to create this little seating
That's
area.
very nice.
So,
Is this where you get? Is this where you get your mail?
the noise of kids.
That's a long way for the mailman to drive all the way down here.
But the law requires them to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's right. It's all right. I'll edit it. No, we've used the name. Okay. Well, now what do we do here?
That's the remnant of the kids' swing set.
Oh, and grandkids maybe.
Maybe someday.
Belle says I've walked on paths like that.
And then this is the boardwalk, because during the spring the runoff from that field creates kind of a creek.
Oh, okay. We're taking the boardwalk. No, we're not taking the boardwalk.
Take the boardwalk.
Let's take the boardwalk.
Belle knows what she's doing.
She's done a boardwalk. There she goes. Is Skippy coming? Skippy is not taking the boardwalk.
So this sycamore here, I was in a nursery.
Wow, look at that.
I was in a nursery, and this was growing just as a wild seedling in the pot of a dead blueberry bush.
Wow.
Thrown in their dumpster, sticking on the top. And I said to the guy when I was loading up my truck, "What do you want for that one in the dumpster?" And he goes, "Just take it." Yeah. So
There it
I
is.
planted that. That was a freebie.
What year was it, do you think you planted
That
it?
was probably 90.
Wow.
No, it would have been 80 something, in the 80s. I forget when we bought the place.
She said 98.
We bought it in 98?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then this would have been probably 99.
Okay.
Still loose soil.
And I put it there because I knew the water was running through there.
Very nice. What do you think, Skippy? Skippy's like, I've had this walk before. Okay, here's the boardwalk from this side. What do we have here?
Kentucky coffee tree.
This one?
Yeah.
Looks like a sumac.
A little bit, but it'll get 40, 50 feet tall.
Okay.
And here you can see
Is it going to make coffee?
well, the pioneers used the seeds look like coffee beans.
Really?
And
Okay.
they made a terrible coffee substitute out of them. And here you can see the emerald ash borer chewing up this ash tree.
Okay.
All
Have you
these
seen
little
any
ash
of them,
trees.
though? Have you actually seen an insect?
I have not seen the adults out here. I have seen the larvae when I've cut a couple of them down.
Oh, really? So are you leaving this one as an experiment?
Well, this whole section of the woods is full of young ash trees, and they're all going to die. And so I'm just trying to get other things to come up underneath so that when they all die, they'll still be something.
Pictures of that, the fruit trees that we cut down.
Back to the tour.
Got a lot of wild crab apples that just came up on their own. It's interesting to me because the fruit is different on all of them.
Oh, really?
This one, the fruit is yellow and about a 3/8 of an inch in diameter. Some of them it's completely different. And we got some milkweed here and there, which we do get some monarchs coming through.
Okay. And then you just mow this path here.
Yeah, this is a spice bush. So smell that. That's fall. Because normally it's got a really pungent odor.
Bella's leading the way.
Yellow buckeye, we got black cherry, we got elms, we got sugar maple.
Black cherry, we have that.
We got various oaks all here.
You're not concerned about this?
What is
Oh,
it?
that's multiflora rose, which
Oh, vine?
It is an invasive, but it won't persist once my canopy gets shaded.
Okay.
It closes and creates shade. So I don't worry so much about that one. I do kill all the honeysuckle that I find and all the garlic mustard that I find. Here's a hemlock that I planted as a little seedling.
Wow, look at that.
And then look at this apple. Look at this. It's only got one apple.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Look how big that thing is.
You can make a nothing with that. Just have to eat the apple. No pie.
Here's where the farmer's been doing some regrading work on his drainage.
Okay.
So I gotta do some pruning here because he beat this old mulberry up pretty good. I had some invasive issues here, so that's all been sprayed now. Here's a nice little pecan. No, this is another. Yeah, that's a pecan. That's a coffee tree.
They're very similar. They're very similar.
This is a coffee tree. Sorry, 2 coffee trees. This is a black
Pecans
walnut.
over there. Coffee tree.
What is that?
This is the black
Oh,
walnut.
okay. Black walnut. Very cool. And back in '98 when you bought it, there was nothing here.
No,
It was a field.
This actually, we mowed this the first year.
This was all mowed, and he created a forest here in Ohio.
And I love my white oak. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, nice.
That one hasn't even started to turn color much yet, but that'll get a nice red. And then this is the end of
Oh, okay.
our property. The neighbor planted this row pine.
Okay. And there's Belle with her bell. The path is fun. She's like, this is like a...
Chinkapin oak.
Okay.
More, this back part here kind of seeded in on its own. It's mostly box elder and mulberry.
That's so
Nothing
cool.
to brag about. But I did.
But it's a forest you
I
created.
planted this honey locust here. So look at the thorns on that.
Whoa,
that
holy
bough.
smokes.
That looks painful.
And that evolved. That was a mechanism, a defense mechanism against mastodons that like to eat the food.
Oh, really?
Honey locust.
Okay, that's interesting.
And we got a
Oh, we have 2 ways to go?
We got
to
2
that?
choices here, but
The dogs went that way.
They went that way. All
The
right,
dogs
then
went this way.
Better go this way.
Keep an eye on the doggies.
There is some sumac over in here. A lot of pin oak came up on its own. We got plenty of acorns from those around. Another yellow buckeye. A couple bur oaks here I brought from my mom and dad's place years ago.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. This is a persimmon, which does get, you can see the persimmon fruit hanging on it up
Okay.
there. It's ripening right now.
So you're not harvesting that. Now beyond, it could, most people would have that, just grass. And over here we got a forest.
Couple of hawthorns in here. I have a beech down
Oh, you got a little
there.
path that way.
And this red oak is from an acorn I grabbed at
From
a
an
Pennsylvania
acorn?
rest stop.
Wow.
Wow.
And look at all the roots too that we're kind of walking over.
Yeah, and again, the water comes through here in the spring, so
Okay.
it has washed some of the soil away. There's a nice black tupelo or black gum. And then this is my pawpaw patch.
What is that?
Pawpaw
Pawpaw.
is an understory tree that gets a small banana-like fruit,
Oh,
and
interesting.
it spreads through suckering. So this started as one little tree, and now I've got,
This?
I don't know, 6 or 8, yeah, 6 or 8 trunks in there.
Well, Belle thinks it's great.
Another
She's
sycamore, some silver maple, a few red buds scattered around. There's an
that's
Ohio buckeye,
amazing.
but it's already done fruiting for the year.
okay. We saw this when we were in Tennessee.
Pokeberry,
Okay.
favorite of the birds.
Yes.
Purple stems are kind of ornamental.
And then here we are in the grassy yard area. We have a vegetable garden over here.
That's an impressive. Is that an oak tree?
That's the parent pin oak to all the other pin oaks we've got here.
Nice.
This river birch I planted, this eastern hemlock a buddy of mine yanked out of the ground in upstate New York as a seedling and gave to me.
This one here?
That's the river birch.
Okay.
This is the larch.
Okay.
That's a red cedar that came up on its own.
And so now you have, this is your little forest here that your saplings.
Yeah, this is actually, most of these end up as street trees in the village.
Okay.
Got persimmons, sweet
What do you do? Just
gum.
put on a vest and a hard hat and go do whatever you
Yep.
want and nobody says a thing.
Yep.
The mystery tree planter.
The nursery used to be back there, but that's too shady now, so I had to bring it out a little bit into the sun.
And how long will they stay here till you find a new home for
Actually,
them?
all these 6-footers will have to get out of here next spring.
Okay.
I'm getting too old to move stuff bigger than that. So that'll clean the nursery out pretty well. I've got some other little stuff going, but there's going to come a point where I just give up.
How many trees have you planted downtown around the village?
I have probably planted about 25 from here, and then we've gotten grants to plant another 25 or so, and the village has bought a few. So you'll see pretty much all the street trees you're going to see in the village I was directly involved with in one way or
wow.
another.
Okay, well, let's go take a look at that. This is the perfect time of day for walking outside. I love when the sun goes low.
You ever go through your old neighborhood in Columbus and see all the
Yeah.
trees that you
I
planted
do.
there?
Yeah.
The mystery tree
this
plant.
oak here was a booth display at a conference in
Oh my
St. Louis in 1990 something. And at the end of the conference, they said, "Well, anybody want these? We're not taking them home." And I said, "I'll take one."
Were you driving?
I had driven a pickup truck.
Okay.
luckily. But I was staying for another day, so I put it in the bathtub of my hotel room and watered it. Kept it there for a day or two, and then I put it in the truck and brought it home and planted it. There it is.
Tell us the name of it again.
This is actually a hybrid from a nursery. It's a hybrid of a bur oak and a swamp white oak.
Yeah, it's different. It's different than you would see.
And I think I was telling Tom the silver linden over the deck, that was a tree that got run over. And the trunk got sheared off.
Really?
I brought the root system home and stuck it in the ground just to see what would happen.
And look at that.
Turned into a dandy little tree.
It is very nice. Also planted that.
It's really cool.
So you
It
said the
almost
only
looks
thing
like
here
these-
was the spruce.
The Norway spruce and this cherry.
Okay, and that was it.
Yeah. I'm very happy with my little yellow wood here. That gets great flowers on it in the spring.
So 1998. So that was decades ago.
Better see.
We know the guy who's got the keys to City Hall. Is this sandstone?
Yeah, and the bottom three were replaced at some point. These top three are original, which is why we can still see the chisel marks in it, even after 100 and some years.
Very cool.
So yeah, this place was used for a lot of stuff from 1905 through like the 20s, and then it became more of a movie house when movies became popular. And that lasted through the, we're told, the mid-60s, and then it was mothballed and ignored for 50 years.
50 years?
50
You just let it?
There was no electric, no heat, no plumbing.
Wow.
Wow.
And
so the ceiling must have suffered some damage.
the saving grace is that the village owns the building, and they have their offices downstairs. So heat was filtering up enough.
Oh, so that was active down there.
Fix that.
Yeah. And their offices are still down there, but there's no physical connection. You got to go outside and around to the back of the building to get in their offices. So when we started our restoration efforts, it was apparent a couple other groups had tried to restore it because the walls were 3 different colors, including Pepto-Bismol pink on this wall. So we have painted, we've put a heating system in, which still gives us a lot of trouble.
I bet.
We've got a bathroom, we've got electric, we could use more. We're starting replacing the windows next month. So that was a piano, I'm told.
Yeah.
I was expecting a pool table.
It's if it was still a functional piano, it would apparently be worth a lot of money.
That would be a really cool.
What about this? Can you play this thing?
That does not work. It's a conversation
Oh,
piece.
bummer.
It is not original to this building. It was from a theater in downtown Lancaster, and somebody gave it to us.
Did you get
when we started, there was a mix of old wooden seats in here that were very uncomfortable for 21st century.
Yeah, these look
cuts.
kind of comfortable.
These were in a historic movie theater in Columbus called Studio 35. And a couple years ago, they announced they were renovating, and if anybody wanted their old seats, they could come and get them. So we got a team of volunteers together.
Excellent.
And we had to literally wrench these off of their concrete floor.
Oh, wow.
And then divide them into groups of 3 or 4 so we could carry them and bring them here. And then we power washed decades of soda and candy off of them. And then a couple people and I reassembled them into groups of 4. And we put them on skids so we can rearrange the seating. In here.
Oh, very nice.
This is what we call our wedding configuration.
Okay.
We just had a wedding.
Right. But they look clean and comfortable.
They are very comfortable, and it was interesting. These are the seats.
Whiskey's just up on the stage. He's like, you should have brought a...
This is a great stage. Round in front. Is there a plan to put lights back in?
Yes, someday I'd love to. We think those were gas lights because their building originally was not built with electricity.
So you got string lights.
Is that lead lined or something? What is that? It's tin lined. I think you're right. Yeah, gaslight. Wow.
And here's another recent trapdoors. There's a trapdoor there. I put this in recently because people were complaining they couldn't see this edge.
Oh, yeah, if you're on stage. Yeah, you don't want that.
But unfortunately, the curtain's gone, all the stage rigging gone. It's just a black box.
But a beautiful space.
And we've got little twinkle lights there on the back, open drape that we can use.
So what are the shows that are here? Are there any shows?
We have the Victoria Players Children's Theater that does shows here. They'll be doing a Christmas show coming up in December. We have various concerts, including a Christmas concert from the big band, the Nostalgics, coming up.
Nice.
And we have a flashlight tour of the building, including a seminar from a psychic that'll be here on the stage in October. We'll bring about 700 kids through here for trick or treat on October.
Oh, 700? Wow, that sounds fun.
A lot of candy.
And does anything happen in the balcony? Do people go up there, like sit up there, or is that?
We allow photographers up there for weddings, but that's about it right now, and you'll see why when we go up there.
Oh, okay.
There's a
Ooh,
lot
we're
of
going up
lumber
there.
and construction materials up
Going
there
up
right
there.
now.
Okay, I'm going on the stage.
So what's the trapdoor? Is it just?
It just goes into the stage, and then there's floor joists, and then the
So you just make something magically appear or disappear?
I don't know if that's possible. They might have done that at some point, but it doesn't. You just have to hide under the stage to do it. There's no connection to any other stage. We don't have.
So you gotta stay there for the rest of the show and then disappear.
So really, I think it was more for work access than show by show. This side,
We learned-
this is where the ramp comes in.
Okay, we learned there's 130 seats. 130 seats, you said?
Yep.
And we sat in them. They're very comfortable. All right, so into the vestibule and then up to the balcony?
First I'll show you the restroom.
Oh,
We
okay.
believe there used to be 2 stairways up to the balcony.
Oh, that makes
Many years
sense.
ago, this one was taken out.
Okay, there's a stair over here.
In part because the window was left in place. And that used to be on the landing of the stairs. Now you can see down here through the bottom half of the window and upstairs through the top half of the
Oh,
window.
okay. But you added this restroom.
We built this restroom, and my functional right now, but it is
Ticket
part
booth.
of our HVAC system, so we have this curtain here to kind of hide all
Oh, I
the
see.
hardware back there. So this window is the mirror image of the other one that we're looking at, where they just brought the floor in right here. Stop. Last weekend, this is where the bride and her group were hanging out before the wedding. So we got some chairs and stuff up here.
Oh, nice.
This,
So the bride will come down the stairs and
Yes.
make the appearance.
this
very
is the
nice.
restroom we're working on right now.
Oh, okay.
That is some serious cast iron.
Wow.
So interestingly, the
So it'll be like a
toilets-
little half bath
yeah,
kind of
a little
thing?
half bath. The toilet that was in here had a cast iron tank. Which I had
Wow.
never seen before. But this restroom has not been used in 50 years.
Wow.
All right, just watch your step here in the balcony.
Okay. Oh, you gotta go up,
Yep.
up to the balcony.
Bump your head
Oh,
on
and these are the
original
old-
tin ceiling.
Oh my goodness. And these are the seats.
Yes, these are the seats that were here.
And they were also down below?
They were all down below. We
Oh,
brought them
okay.
all up here when
Oh,
we
these
got
were the
new
seats that were down there. Okay.
So I know a lot about disassembling and assembling historic theater seats now, because I had to do it over and over again.
Very, what a great spot this is right here, though.
One of the reasons we're not using this yet for the public is we need to figure out something to make the railing higher. It's
Oh,
hitting
you
you
could
in the kneecap
easily.
right now.
Right, I know.
This is the best seat in the house. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a clear.
Yeah, or I'm thinking maybe like a table, real thin table. or something.
Ooh, I'm sitting. This is a great seat right here,
Might have to do
except for that pole. Right here is better.
to see glare and
Yes,
lighting
that may
conditions.
be. So one of the things when
But
I
yeah,
was,
you can't do that today.
No, that little railing. Whiskey, go stand down there so we can see.
What's that?
Go stand there so we.
Yeah, to demonstrate how low that is. That's not even up to my knee.
turn on an additional light.
It's literally not even up to my. Well, it is. It's literally my knee.
Oh yeah. Well, if you don't serve alcohol, people won't be totally hammered and fall over.
But it's also tricky, these steps.
You can't even
When
see
it's
these.
dark-
That's the back of the balcony there, but the ceiling is in great shape.
The only place the ceiling is damaged is in that corner.
Yeah,
That's
over there.
damaged because when the place was abandoned for 50 years, this window was open 6 inches for 50
Oh.
years.
Oh my
Now,
God.
a honeybee hive formed in the ceiling,
Wow.
and they wrecked it. When the village took possession of the building and had the bees removed, I'm told they took 25 gallons of honey out of the ceiling. Wow.
Wow.
And for years after that, on a hot day, it smelled like honey up here when we were working.
That's interesting. See, these good little tidbits of story. Yeah, beautiful space.
I think that's the
All right,
biggest
we're going
problem.
up some more steps. Oh my God, look at this.
So this was the
Wow.
Knights of Pythias and the
Okay.
Masonic Temple later. So you had to know the password.
Oh. This is crazy.
I can't believe the height of the ceiling up here.
And this is in a
Wow.
1905 basketball court painted on the floor.
Wow. That's crazy.
Clearly, the roof problem is the gutters.
Yeah, the box gutter. which the village believes are fixed right now, but they're lined with rubber, so every now and then they're gonna leak. This room had a raised platform along the edge all the way around.
Kind of like bleachers or something?
Masonic temple.
Oh, okay.
And they have some weird lights for their rituals. They had a couple little stages.
All right, and then the view from the top.
What a long way up.
I'm not walking out on that thing. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to test the strength of that with my fat ass. Really? It's okay?
I mean, the railings don't need to go. It could fall right through, but structurally it looks good.
What a cool space.
Another up here, because that used to be the farmhouse 6.
Wow.
That we have here now.
Right, so a kitchen area, like you said.
Yeah, this was their kitchen. Push the light switch. In more. Yeah. I'm gonna buy more if I find it. But some of it, like downstairs, it's all painted, so I don't care about that.
Somebody does.
I think this paint job is pretty original.
Just one snippet of history in one small town. Look at nice Skippy sitting all.
Baltimore, Maryland, driving across
Hi, Skip.
I-70, and they saw an exit from Baltimore, Ohio, so they had to see it. They had to stop. They wanted to see the Opera House, so.
Look at that. We're leaving our Moochdocking spot. Here we are in Sheffield, Ohio. We just got here. Oh, let's look at the pumpkins. It's our Moochdocking spot. The weather is perfect. Okay, don't say a word. Shh. You're being recorded. And Belle is being very good, and we're in the garage bar. Well, whatever you're calling it. The rec room, the garage rec.
Yeah, look at that. Oh
We're
my
watching
God.
2 wine and whiskey videos at once. That is pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, well, this is what we're at the football lounge now watching YouTube.
Here we are. We're inside.
Bill must be relaxing.
Is she relaxed? The table is set up. Chef Joe has made something for dinner. It smells very good.
Yeah, what are you doing?
I don't know. That's what I'm telling you.
Mmm.
You know,
Smells good.
it does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. You can make pretend you cooked it.
Oh no, I cook nothing. I'm gonna start everything with Tom, but before that, let's just have
Wow.
crazy. You're gonna be.
That's a carrot cake under
Right
there?
in there like I did on my first
Holy
birthday?
crap. Oh, wait, you gotta scratch out Tom and put whiskey.
You're gonna be eating cake for a month. But you know
Holy
what?
shit. That's a carrot cake under there?
Yeah.
Better be.
Joe said,
Wow.
Holy smokes.
I'm not singing either.
We're not singing.